Hey, this is Amy. I'm trying to upload this video, and I normally do these videos over webcam directly to my Facebook, but I'm trying this on a different camera so that I have to download it, which I'm not used to, and I'm hoping things go well. I'm having a bit of an internet issue, so when I'm trying to upload via webcam, and my webcam shuts off, and it tells me that I have an internet issue, so was one of the things I wanted to say. Another thing is, it's great, wardrobe malfunction, but I don't care, and neither should you. So, one of the things that I wanted to mention, and perfect example because I've already begun stuttering, is in the videos that I make, I'm known to stutter. Sounds like I very much have a speech impediment. Sometimes I won't complete sentences, sometimes I'll space. The reason I do this is because I'm insecure, and I really don't like to be on video. Now, in one of my other videos, not too long ago, I posted that me and my friend Julie are going to, Ramona, and I'll get to that in a little bit too. Ramona are going to try to make a comedy duo video, and she's encouraging me to do so, especially during this process, because I'm going to be losing weight and people are going to be able to see it. But I do get very self-conscious on video, and I'm hoping having a friend there while I'm making these videos would be better. I used to make videos a lot with my sister Sheila, and although I'm pretty sure they weren't the best quality, I felt more comfortable in doing so hopefully making videos with her would be better. But yeah, I just wanted to address that. So if you're watching this and like, wow, can she not speak? Well, yeah, I can speak, just not well in front of cameras. It's funny because people tell me in real life that I could be some kind of speaker, a motivational speaker, if you will, but on camera, no, can't do it. So I'm going to be reading things off a list that I created before I had the surgery. I want to do this in parts. In each video, I'm going to try to do 10 to 15 minutes. I'm not going to read everything because a lot of this stuff is personal and embarrassing to admit. So I'm just going to be reading some of them. Besides, you don't want me to read all of these. There's like 130 some things on this list, and yeah, you don't want to sit through all that. So skip. Okay, so here's one. Ride on an amusement park ride. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean roller coasters, because I'm a big chicken when it comes to things like that. But I would like to ride on a ride, and some people can't, especially people that are my size, because the seatbelts don't click, and it's a safety hazard. There are places I hear that Disneyland had like plus-size rides. As I can keep a straight face on the plus-size rides, but yeah, that's on my list. The next is to sit on the floor. Now, you're probably wondering, Amy, sit on the floor? Like, that's kind of the opposite of goals in life. And the reason that sitting on the floor is important to me is because when you're playing with children, you're playing with animals, they normally sit on the floor. And it's one of my goals to actually be able to sit on the floor and play with children. Like, people don't know this, but for a while, a very short amount of time, I worked at a daycare center. And that was extremely important for me because I do like kids. So, my future goal... Why are you going off, phone? My future goal is to be able to be more active with kids. And even in that activity with kids, sitting on the floor is part of it. So, that's a big thing. Next one is to go on a swing. This is on my list because in my childhood I was always big, and sitting on a swing requires a lot of balance to get on one and probably stay on one. I don't know, it's been a while. And sorry, itchy eye. And one of the things is I never got to experience my childhood to the full. amount because of my size, you know. Never even got to shop at kid size sections, you know, never in the juniors. It was always in the adults. So to be able to go on a swing set would be great. Another one is camping. I used to do it a lot when I was a kid, but I guess this kind of goes along with sitting on the floor. If you guys know what camping is, you know that it requires a tent. Tents are on the floor. You have to crawl in and out of a tent. You have to sleep on the floor. It would just be a lot easier and a lot more comfortable being thinner and doing that. So, yeah, that's on my list. A lot of things on this list. More skirts and dresses. When I was a kid, I used to wear dresses very comfortably, and as growing up, I got more self-conscious, so I stopped wearing skirts. Now, like I said, I was always a big kid, and I was always very short, so it kind of was important for me to be able to wear those skirts and the things that I used to wear before, because when I started getting bullied, sorry, there's construction going on. When I started getting bullied, I started feeling more self-conscious, so I started putting on more pants and more tops instead of dresses and skirts. So, yeah, I'd like to get that style back, because I really enjoyed that. Take some full body pictures. Okay. The reason that I want to do this is just so I can, like, everyone wants to feel comfortable in the body, and being able to take a full body picture not only means for me progress, but it means being more comfortable, and I think that's important. People have recommended that I start taking photos now in order to watch my progress, and I thought, no, I don't want to do that, because it would allow me to see what I see now, because I haven't started I've started losing weight, and it's a fairly good amount in the beginning, but I still have a lot to go. So it's about finding your comfort, and I think if I were to start taking more photos earlier to kind of being able to see my progress, I would kind of have someone do it for me and then withhold the picture until I've made a lot more progress to the point where I was able to see it. So, just being able to do that. Doing a whole Zumba class with no breaks. That's a big thing. Obviously, losing weight means having more stamina and being able to be more active. And I think that being able to do a whole Zumba class would be awesome, because I do Zumba. And there are times when I'm able to do it, but it's not without pausing. And I kind of hate that. So it would be great to be able to have the energy to do this. I'm sorry if my stamina is decreasing as I'm making this video. I really tried very hard to make this video in the beginning, and I had trouble, and now I'm just kind of, I'm so over it. Like that. Next is sitting in a chair comfortably without worrying about breaking it. And I wouldn't normally share this, but the reason I'm sharing it now is just so people understand exactly how uncomfortable it is to be my size. Obviously, chairs have a weight limit, and I feel very scared. I don't like falling. I don't like the sensation of falling. Of course, nobody does, unless there's that person that loves to bungee jump off of tall buildings. But I personally don't like the idea of falling on the floor. And it's very scary for me to get on a chair and think, is this going to hold me or is this not? Okay. Going to more theaters and movies. And when I say theaters, I mean kind of like, not movie theaters, obviously I said the movies. In November, I believe the day before Thanksgiving, I'm going to Reading Pennsylvania to see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. If you don't know what they are, they're an orchestra that plays holiday music. I would look them up. They're incredible. And it's been kind of a dream, but I didn't want to go because I feel very insecure. Plus, every time we tried to get tickets, it never really worked out. So to be able to go and think maybe I can sit in a chair more comfortably than I could, that's a big deal for me. And the next is going to a concert in general. Like, I have a lot of bands that I'd love to see live. I've been to a concert before, but it was an all-Christian concert. It's because I knew someone there. It wasn't a real, like, famous concert. Nevertheless, it was a great concert, a lot of energy. But it is my dream to go and see someone that I really admire. And the reason I don't... It's not like I wouldn't be able to, because I have siblings and they've went to see concerts, you know. But I feel uncomfortable with the idea of seeing a concert because it's the idea of having someone that you admire, someone that you look up to, or even someone that you might idolize seeing you and judging you. And I don't like that idea. So it is kind of my big dream to go to a concert and possibly meet someone that I really look up to. Okay. Next is sit at a bar. I'm not a big drinker, and that's not really what I mean. But if you guys know, bar stools are pretty much a seat of balance. And I'm short, too, as well as big. And getting on one of those is kind of an adventure in itself, but staying on them is another thing. But also, I'm talking about an actual bar stool at a bar. I wouldn't sit at a bar because some stools are actually kind of, I guess, connected to the bar itself, you know, because you don't want people stealing your bar chairs. But, so, they normally have a tight squeeze between the bar stool and the table. To be able to lose weight would be sitting more comfortably on that. I did it when I was a kid, but like I said, I was always chubby, and it was a tight squeeze, so, yeah, okay. How are we doing on time? We're doing good. So the next is, run. Now, I am an emotional walker. If I'm really feeling terrible, if I get in a fight with someone, or if I'm just feeling really sad, I'll go for a walk. What happens is when I start going for a walk, I start to speed walk in my emotions. And sometimes it feels like I really want to take off and run, because sometimes it feels like if I start running, maybe I'd fly. It's a very weird thing, but that's an Amy thing. But I don't. I don't run because it's not that I don't feel like I can run being so large. It's really about the fact that I don't want other people seeing me run and being mean and judgmental. It's really a lot of this you're going to know is really a head game. It's about being more comfortable with myself more than just being capable of doing things. So that's on my list. I'd love to do runs like the color run or a mud run, something like with an obstacle. That would be fun, but mostly just running in general. So the next is finish the JDRF walk without too much pain. Now, before I get any further into walking without pain, I want to get into what exactly the JDRF walk is. Now, where I do the walks, is just once a year at Wildwood. And a lot of the times, I gotta admit, I don't do the walk. Now, if you guys don't know what that walk is about, it's for finding a cure for type 1 diabetes. Now, type 2 is the one that's normally contributed to what you eat, where type 1 is literally being born with an insulin issue. Sorry, got distracted. Like I said, I don't live alone. A lot of things going on. Pepper, you smell like a wet dog. Why are you sitting next to me? Gross. So, it's a big walk for a cure, and it would be great to be able to finish it without having too much of an issue. Next is to take a bath, which would be great. Being big and being able to fit in a bathtub. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video right here. Thanks so much for watching. Part 2 will be up soon. Thank you.